to your next maths lesson. Before we start, let's just have a look at some of the rules that I've got here, okay? So let's just make sure that we're sat sensibly and we're able to see and hear the video. So let's make sure we're just sat up straight, eyes on the video, and make sure you can hear my voice really clearly. Secondly, let's just make sure that we have nothing to distract us. So I don't want us to be playing with toys or watching the TV whilst we're doing this, or we got other things on in the background. We need a nice quiet room so we can do our work to the best possible quality. Thirdly, when I'm talking, let's just make sure that we're looking and listening to what I'm saying. So again, I would like your eyes on the screen and make sure that you're hearing what I'm saying really clearly, because it's going to help us with our learning today. And finally, when you're doing the activities, let's make sure that your work is really neat and readable. Okay, I know that all of our neat can be really, really, really neat and readable, as long as we just take a bit more time on it. Okay, so use a ruler when we need to, and also just make sure that your numbers and symbols are nice size, even size. So when we take a photo for Dojo, so I can see your work, it's all readable, and I can hopefully say fantastic things about it. Okay, let's just quickly check if we've got all of these things as well. Let's make sure we've got our maths book, a sharp pencil, a ruler, and a rubber. So pause the video if you need to get that stuff now. And finally, just look, every time I change my slide, just have a look if it's a listening slide and an activity slide. I feel like we're getting quite good at recognizing these now. Okay. Okay, so today we're going to be multiplying two-digit numbers by one-digit numbers again, but we're going to be using a formal written method today instead of pictorial methods. So before we start, let's just write down the date and learning objective, and then also have a go at just answering have a go at the starter activity. So pause the video and do all of that now. Okay, right, let's go for the answers quickly then. So 43 times 2. What we should have done first is partition the two-digit number in the number sentence. I can see that there are 4 tens, sorry, so I partitioned it into 40, and then I got 3 ones. My other number will be 3. I'm then going to times these two partition numbers by the one-digit number in the main number sentence, which is 2 in this case. 40 times 2 is 80, 3 times 2 is 6. Finally, what I've got to do is just add those two answers together. 80 plus 6 is 86. And we can fill in the blanks in our number sentence as well. Right, so we've got 11 times 8 here. We should do the same thing, use the two-digit number and partition it. This time we should have partitioned it into 10 and 1. We then multiply these two partition numbers by the one-digit number again. 10 times 8 is 80. 1 times 8 is 8. Finally, add the two answers together. 80 plus 8, sorry, is 88. Great. So let's move on. Right, remember this is a listening slide now, so I'd like your pencil down. I would like you watching the screen and really listening to what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm going to be using the formal written method here to answer this number sentence. 32 times 2. And to start with, I'm just going to use the first. I'm going to partition the two-digit number just to help me understand how many tens I've got and how many ones I've got. Okay, you can do this if you want to, if you find it helpful. If you feel like you can do it without it, that's fine. Okay, so again, I'll get my two-digit number, or the two-digit number that's in the number sentence here, which is 32. I can see that there are 3 tens, which is 30, and 2 ones, which is 2. 3 tens and 2 ones. Now I know this, I can write it in my formal written method grid. Okay, so again, like we normally do with our formal written method, we write the tens column and the ones column at the top, just so it's really clear, just so we don't get our numbers muddled up. Okay, then I'm going to put in my two-digit number in the number sentence. And as I know, I had 3 tens, as I've written in the tens column, and then 2 ones. Okay. And finally, we're multiplying by 2, which is the one-digit number up here. So just below it, in the ones column, I'm going to put 2. Ooh. Okay. So what we do with the formal written method when multiplying is that we're going to multiply each digit of the 2-digit number by the 1-digit number, okay, which is 2 in this case. So like we normally do, we start with the ones. So I'm going to multiply, firstly, 2 by 2. 2 times 2 equals 4. Secondly, I'm going to look at the tens column, and I know I need to multiply 3 tens or 30 by 2 as well. I know 30 times 2 is 60. Now what we need to do, now we've got these two answers, is add them together. 4 plus 60, or 60 plus 4, is 64. We can write that in here. Remember, we have 64, so we have 6 tens and 4 ones. Make sure you write them in the right column. And of course, we can fill it in here as well in our original number sentence. Okay, now I've shown you how to do this. Let's see if you can have a go at doing it yourself. So I would like you to have a go at answering this number sentence here, 24 times 2. So use partitioning if you want to. If you feel like you can just write it straight into the formal written method grid, that's great. Okay, so have a go doing that now. Pause the video. Right, should we go through the answers quickly? So first, if you chose to partition, we have a 2-digit number. We have our 2-digit number here, which is 24. We partition it into 20 and 4, as we have 2 tens and 4 ones. 2 tens, 4 ones. There we go. Written out nice and clear for us. Now we know that, we should have written out our tens and ones column, written our 2-digit number in the number sentence, also knowing that we have 2 tens in the tens column and 4 ones in the ones column. And then, of course, we're multiplying by 2. Nearly gave away the answer then. Firstly, then, we should have multiplied the ones. In this case, we have 4 ones by 2, which is, of course, 8. And then we should have multiplied 2 tens, which is 20, by 2, which is 40. Should have shown you there. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 20 is 40. If you've done it this way, 40 plus 8 is 48. Fantastic if you just did it in your head just using that. That's great. If you've used all these methods, that's fine. It's a really efficient way, and it's a really good way of making sure that we get the right answer. Okay? Well done if you got that correct. Okay, there's another way we can work this out as well, and this is using the real story math story method. And it's a quite nice way of using our pictorial methods that we used, that we learned last lesson, to help us answer our formal written method. So I've got 21 times 3 here, and I'm going to use Deans quickly just to draw out one lot of 21, or what 21 would look like in Deans. Okay, so here I have one lot of 21. I've got 2 lots of 10. I've got 2 tens and 1 1. Okay. Then, knowing this now, I can write this out in my formal written grid. 2 tens, 1 1, 21. Okay, but we're multiplying by 3, aren't we? So using our formal written, using our real story first, we can then draw 21 2 more times, so we have 3 lots of 21. Okay. We can then also draw on our formal written method chart that we're multiplying by 3. Okay. Then, using our formal written method, if we stay on this for now, we're going to firstly multiply the ones by 3. So 1 times 3, I know, is... sorry, let me get rid of that. I know is 3. And then 20, or 2 tens, 20 times 3 is 60. You might have already seen that, but that's okay. So I know the answer is 63. Okay. I can also check it using my real story here. I can count that we have 6 10s and 3 1s. And together, that makes 63. Can you see it's a nice efficient way of checking our work, but also using 2 methods to work out the answer. So I feel very confident that I got the right answer here now, because 2 methods have showed me the same answer. Right. Now I've shown you this, I would like you to have a go at answering this question using the real story math story method. So on this side, we're drawing our deans. This side, we're going to be using our formal written method. Okay, so have a go at doing that now, and then we can go for the answers. So pause the video. Okay, let's go through the answers quickly then. So firstly, 23 times 2. So firstly, we should have drawn out 23 in deans. So 2 10s and 3 1s to show that. Then with our formal written method, we should drawn out 23, two 10s in our 10s column, and then 3 1s in our 1s column. We can then have also drawn in the fact that we're multiplying by 2. So we should have put 2 in the 1s column. And of course, we should have drawn as well one other lot of deans. So we have 2 lots of 23 written out there. Let me get rid of this quickly. So we could have either counted up these cubes, or we could have used the formal written method, which I prefer you to have done, really. So we firstly multiply 3 by 2, which is 6, and then 20 by 2, which is 40. We can then check it with our real story. I count that there are 4 10s and 6 1s. 4 and 6 together are 46, sorry. Okay? Right. I would like you now to write the number sentence to represent the deans below, so these deans here, and then solve it by using the formal written method. Okay, so use these deans, see how many groups of deans there are and how many are in each group to help you, and then I would like you to use the formal written method to work out the answer. So pause the video and have a go at that now. Okay, right, let's go through the answer quickly. So I can see here that there are 3 groups, and there are 3 groups, sorry, with 1, 2, 3 10s and 1 1. So there'll be 3 groups of 31. Three groups of 31. Okay, so I should have written in my formal written method chart 31 at the top, 3 10s in the 10s column, 1 10 in the 1 column. And then, of course, we're multiplying by 3 as there are 3 groups. So 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 30 is 90. 31 times 3 equals 93. That's how we should have written out a number sentence, and that's the answer that we should have had. If you count these blocks as well, if you count all the individual blocks, you can also check that there are 93 there. Okay, I can see altogether there are 9 10s and 3 1s. Okay, brilliant. So now we've had a go at exploring different methods of helping us use the formal written method. It's your turn now to have to do some activities of your own. So that's the end of me talking today. I'm going to flick through the slides with the activities on. A lot of them are around the formal written method. You might be asked to draw a few deans out, or draw a few real story math stories out as well. Okay, so we need to have our rulers. We might need a lot of pages or quite a lot of space to write our maths today. That's okay. So I'm going to flip through the slides now. I would like everyone to have a go at the first 3 slides. I would like most people to have a go at the 4th slide, and there's an extension as well if you want to challenge. So I will see you in the next maths lesson or English lesson, and hope you get on with this okay.